Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew, where family's everything.
Until it's not. I'm Aunt.
And I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello, Aunt. We're in the OC. We are deep in the OC.
Oh, deep,
juicy.
deep. And I'm going to tell you, Jenn was brought on for one reason and one reason only. Tamra definitely recruited her.
No, she didn't. That's proven by Andy.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
I really believe that she said, I got a girl, I got a story. We can rip her apart, because it is even people who were triggered by Jenn initially like, what does Tamra have after you? Gina said that. Ooh, what does Tamra have after you? It's like, she's coming after you with this information. And Gina's been triggered by Jenn's storyline, but I'm with Shannon Bedore. Like, why is all this bothering you people?
I don't think it bothered. I think it bothered Gina for a second. I think Gina's on a different self-transformation story, and just really, like, I mean, we see it with her ex, and they met with the ex.
Right.
They see it with
Matt.
yeah, and honestly, it looks like Melissa Gorga's cousin is his girlfriend. It looks like, or Angelina from the Jersey Shore.
There's something there.
Something.
Well, he likes an East Coast kind of New York girl. Yeah.
And then Gina also then talking about how different her relationship is now that she's sober, but also that Matt's out of her life. And so I think, like, you know,
Matt's never going to be out of her life.
No, but in a romantic,
they have children.
No, but in a romantic sense,
part of each other's lives.
In a romantic sense. And I think that it was very eye-opening for me in recovery to hear her talk about how her life is so different. It like gave me goosebumps, because it's the same for me. But at the same time, I don't want her to keep saying that Jenn triggers her. I don't think that's going to be a continued thing. I will say that I'm not saying that it was totally random that Jenn's on. I think that Bravo snooped around and they looked for like ways in which they could get like new people that had connections. And I'm sure if, you know, you're going to bring Tamra back, and that was something that was already kind of set in stone or being thought of, why not plant a few little spies at the gym and see if there's anything that's coming out of it? Like, you know,
I don't know. I think Tamra's looking ugly with Jenn. That's just me. She needs to stop it now. It needs to stop. She needs to have a little self-awareness and bring in the girlfriend, Heather, and the whole bit. Ooh, that was sabotage.
I don't think it was sabotage. I think that was protecting Tamra's self, because Jenn called her out at Nobu and said what she said. And I think Tamra was coming to be like, listen, bitch, like, this wasn't me, but I'll bring the person that did it. I'll bring the person who's told me. I'll bring the person who knows everything.
I get that, but I still don't know why. I think Tamra's kind of like pulling straws here. What do you call it with straws? Something with straws. She's kind of doing that because, like, somebody's saying that they walk into a place and say, I'm going to F her, isn't a threat to your marriage. Because that's that, like, if Ryan walked into Cut and said, I'm going to F Tamra, that has no threat to Tamra and Eddie's relationship, because some man said that. And Tamra's trying to make it like, don't interfere with my relationship. That has nothing to do with her and Eddie at all. Nothing.
I think that what she's saying is that when Jenn accused her of saying that she wanted to fuck Ryan and said that on camera.
Did she say that?
She said that before Jenn and Ryan were dating, Jenn and Tamra were friends. And they used to talk about the hot guy at the gym. They used to talk about the hot guy at the gym. But because Tamra was in a secure monogamous relationship with Eddie.
I called her husband because she was married. How about just she's married?
She's married to Eddie, but it's monogamous. It's not open. It's not swingers. It's none of that.
Yeah.
It's like what you would say, being in a monogamous marriage for years.
Right.
Like, that guy's hot. You would have no problem saying that. And
oh God, no, none at all.
Exactly.
No problem.
So that's what Tamra said to Jenn. And then when Tamra, because here's the deal, it's much different. Ryan wasn't with Jenn when he made that comment.
Correct. He walked into the gym.
He was single and made that comment about Tamra. Whereas when Tamra is in a marriage and makes that comment about Ryan, she's saying that from being in a relationship where, like, it's not under the threat of falling apart.
Right.
And just saying that he's good looking. Whereas Ryan's coming in as a single guy. And what if Tamra was open to it? You think you're just making a joke? No, you're not. Now you could say you're just kidding.
Two, otherwise he's assaulting her. I don't know. I think she's really stretching with it. She needs to let it die.
I think what she's holding on to now, which I see both sides. And I think that I would fall into Tamra's position. And I think you would too. I hate to say it.
I'm with Shannon.
Maybe at this point if Jen's let it go.
You know what Shannon Bedore said? She said, if Jen's happy with Ryan, good luck to Jenn.
I think that what Tamra's saying is that
who cares?
I know X, Y, and Z about your relationship that these women don't know. I don't want to sit around and hear ABC about your relationship without you acknowledging X, Y, Z, because that's fake.
Okay, that's fine. But she's going on and on and on.
What episode was this? 5, 6? She needs to be direct.
Too many.
Like, she just needs to be direct.
Too much. How much have we talked about? This is ridiculous.
Well, at least we're talking about the new girl.
No, I know. No, but I mean, like, that's why I told you before. I would never want to be a new girl. Oh, it's so hard to be the new girl.
Well, we've talked about it so much.
But
even Taylor Armstrong could date Ryan at this point.
At this point, because she could care less about him. She goes,
wants the food.
I don't even know him, and I could care less about him. I thought the waxing segment was unnecessary. And we found out that Shane is a freak. Shane's a freak. He is a freak.
He's like a horny, like an old horn.
He's like, wants to do it every way possible, and he films it. And she has to watch it back. Way too much information. I don't need to know what parts of her body need a little touching up. It was TMI. That makes me so cringeworthy. There's so much you could do without going there in life. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Did you see Andy with her?
I saw part of it. I did not see it all. I saw she looked great, that she was on Ozempic for 6 or 8 weeks. Yeah. I'm sure it was 10. And that
I thought that was being honest. That
no, she was. She said it jump-started her, it got her going, and that she's working out like an animal. And she looks it because people who lose their weight too fast with Ozempic get what they call Ozempic face, and they get a lot of sag because Ozempic actually causes you to lose more muscle than fat.
I learned that at the beach this past weekend when you and my mother were talking about the health of Ozempic.
Yes. So there's a problem there, and she doesn't look like she's had rapid weight loss. She looks like she maybe lost like 15 pounds in a month or two on Ozempic, and then the rest has been her hard work. She looks fantastic. She looks amazing.
Yeah. Did you feel finally did you feel satisfied that Heather Dubrow apologized to both of us?
To both of us?
Yeah, she apologized to everyone for everything that she's
ever
done.
She has to say thank you. She has to say I'm sorry to everybody now.
Everyone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's not being
I have a message for you, Heather.
It's so funny.
Apology, not accepted.
Oh, not accepted.
No.
I thought it was funny where she said I could never tape because I'd be too much of an actress. And that would be me too. There are no sex tapes on me. Trust
me. I love
me,
what she said.
Because I would be posing for the camera.
I can't even watch myself in one of my D-list. I mean, just sitcoms. Why would I want to watch myself?
Yeah, totally. I thought that was, and we didn't have a lot of Heather. I would say my biggest problem with this, first of all, was that Emily's mother-in-law's house.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't Emily's house, right? What did I miss? That's a beautiful home.
I just imagine like 2 years ago, Emily sitting down with her mother-in-law being like, yo, Ma, can I film at your house? And her being like, all right, I'll make a deal. When Shane passes the bar, you can film at the house.
Maybe. I know, but that house is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. I loved when Shannon stripped down to her Spanx because I wouldn't expect anything different. If I was at a party and they took out an adult slip and slide, I might be in the same thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't be putting on a SeaWorld trainer outfit like Heather Dubrow.
That was better than Tamra's, though. She doesn't need to expose herself. She's so narcissistic. She wants the attention to be on her, though, 24/7. It's like, you already look good. Why do you have to go that next step? It's kind of like, did you see Katherine Schwarzenegger's photograph this week?
Oh, I heard about it from you though, right? Was it
And
you?
her aunt, did I already talk about it?
Yeah, you
Oh,
did.
it was so bad. So bad. That's just proof women, no matter what, can't help themselves. Because here's an educated, rich, affluent woman.
Yeah.
And she still has to resort to bathroom underwear selfies. Don't you
Here's
do
the deal
that when
with
you're like
Tamra.
45 and you're on Tinder? That's when you take bathroom selfies in your bathroom. Ugh.
45 on Tinder, maybe like 25 on Instagram.
Yeah, but aren't those people who are doing 25 out there who are 25 on Instagram, aren't they like doing it for money?
Not all of them. I don't know who's paying them.
No, I mean, I thought a lot of them were influencers because you see some of them have, 100,000
Oh
viewers.
yeah, but
Yeah,
then
I think, yeah. Oh, there's plenty
of
who
people
only
that
have,
don't.
there's plenty of people who only have 5 followers and they're still doing that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
girls, have some self-respect for God's sakes. Put your clothes on. You know what? There's this great meme out there. Talk about housewives. We're gonna have to show it. Maybe you can. I'll find it and you can do something with it. It shows like a woman from like the 40s and 50s with her long house coat on and her hair in rollers. And it says, remember, she had 11 children and never had to work, and her husband still found her hot. And it's kind of like the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that woman from the 40s who was in a house coat and with her hair, she still had 11 kids. So
exactly.
She didn't have to work. She just had to raise her kids. She wasn't forced to go out, raise her kids, and work.
I have to say, though, that I think there's something pretty amazing about, like, I don't fault Tamra for wanting to like show off her banging body.
How many times has she had her breast done now? She should have massive scar tissue. I mean, they've been in, out, in, out, in, out. Does she
Andy
have
has them all in the clubhouse.
I know, but does she have them now or not? I think she has small ones.
I
think she has small ones because everybody said when she said she took them out, they were like, "No, you didn't take them out. You just had smaller ones put in."
Yeah. I want to say something because I saw on Twitter a lot of people saying that, complaining that Tamra was just brought on to like do dirty things like she did to Shannon. The reason why Tamra followed Shannon over to the producers was to be there to be like, yep, that's exactly what they're trying to have me do, Shannon, because they clearly told Tamra to bring it up. That's why she walked over there and she went up to the producers and was like, yep, like, because you can see her when Shannon goes, I hope to God that people are not going to be bringing my relationship on. And then Tamra goes, yep. Because Tamra probably said to the producers, I don't want to go here. We're friends again. Like, this is her relationship. And I have a feeling that a lot of the stuff we're seeing Tamra do, she's the reason why she was brought back on.
Well, I told you she was brought back on just to cause trouble.
Yeah. And because she's willing to do what so many others aren't.
Because she's desperate for attention.
No, because she's a seasoned housewife that realizes that, yeah, they're going to get mad at you for 3 episodes and then you're going to be friends again in 6. And she doesn't care. Whereas Jen won't do it. Heather Dubrow's too fancy pants. Shannon Bedore clearly is going through a lot with her boyfriend. Gina's traumatized. Emily's losing weight. Taylor Armstrong just wants to eat. So what do you mean?
Taylor is kind of like, just like, she should almost be a friend of a housewife at this point, don't you think?
Making real housewife money.
I know, but she should almost be a friend. It was nice to see Kennedy, but she reminds me of too much trauma.
Kennedy. Oh my God. It was like going from American Girl to Barbie in 5 minutes.
I mean, but don't you kind of feel like there's too much? There's a lot of trauma there. I wish she was a little older. What should they say? She's 14, 15. I would like to see her at 18, not right now. I think it's just still too soon for me. Never mind Kennedy. How's that? And I was very disappointed in how Vicki came.
She was clearly medicated.
Vicki shouldn't just be at a table. Like, they showed previews of her like walking into a room. Like, it should have been surprise, Jill Zarin style.
I don't know.
I don't like that she was just sitting there and already had the tequila shots out.
It's probably because of what ended up happening. They didn't have much of a conversation.
What do you think the deal was? Just that they were going to bring up John?
And I have a feeling the only reason why they aired it was because they've broken up now and it's public.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Yeah. But, oh, I forgot what I was just going to say. That's never good.
Because the producers have to be really cautious now after what's gone on with Carlos King from Atlanta when he got fired for fabricating storylines. Now he's got his podcast. If you want to see a great interview, listen to Nene and Carlos King from this week. She talks all about her time on Housewives.
Oh, yeah? What'd she have to say?
She just talks about a lot about like the progression of how things changed. That season 4, things really changed financially. That's also when Kenya came on. She was always saying how important Kenya was for the show, but that she was never a star and never will be. But of course, you never know if that's just resentment. But to hear what they made like through the first 3 seasons,
it was like nothing.
Yeah,
it was
even
like,
by season 3, it was not a lot.
Interesting. So, well, now it's, they're making more money outside of the Housewives. The Housewives are just like their springboard to make all their other money.
It's like an athlete. Like they make the money with their contract, but they get more money. Not
their endorsements,
sport, but like hockey and football, like the 2 least paying sports. Like they probably make more money in appearances and endorsements than they do on their salary.
Yeah, definitely. And you can tell that by local TV that you see, hockey players and you see football players who are promoting like the local Chevy dealership, where you never see a Major League Baseball player or an NBA player really doing that.
No, you used to. Jafari and Volvo and Haverhill used to have a Red Sox player every year. And I bet they used to give him a car. But they don't. Maybe. They used to be a sponsor at Fenway, but not anymore.
Not anymore.
So yeah, no, that makes sense. I think that with Shannon,
I thought it was interesting that Shannon, they said, breaks the 4th wall a few times this year. Who was the one that broke the 4th wall that it was like a big no-no?
It was Denise Richards.
Richards. She started it.
Bravo, fucking
yeah.
bravo.
So she started it, and now they're all going to do it.
I think it's important, like in cases like when we saw at the reunion for Vanderpump, when Sandoval was out near the trailer. And the reason, like, I think it's important to show if talent is pleading or arguing with a producer, that should be shown. Did you just spill your coffee?
I just spilled it all over me.
On your nice dress.
My nice dress.
Well, I think that that's truly all that should be. I don't think that, like, I think it's good to, we have to remember they're at work. They're working. Like, it's okay, I think, to go to a producer to be like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, what is happening? What is being talked about? Like, at the end of the day, like, they shouldn't, this is such a different job than any job we would be used to, where like,
Amen. Yeah, I couldn't do
it's
this.
It's just not a normal job. So I think
it's like too much hair and makeup. I was surprised they all got so wet, considering. And why was Shannon outside getting her spray tan? I can't figure it out. Is everything white in her house and she's afraid it's going to get tanned? But then as soon as she sits down and the water was gross, ooh, the spray tan came out. Ooh, the spray tan came out. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's terrible when you get a spray tan and you go in the shower the next day and it all just comes off. Even though they say it doesn't, it does.
Just like it's everything until it's not.
That's the truth.
What do you think is going to happen moving forward? Yeah. Would you have any more thoughts?
My thoughts is that sometimes I think Tamra's a phony. And this is what I wrote down. And Shannon would be me. I told you that in the Spanx. That would be me. There's no way I'd be doing that. Oh, Tamra is the Marge of the OC, or is Marge the Tamra of New Jersey?
Yeah, I agree. The thing about
which one is it? Is Marge is Tamra the Marge of the OC, or is Marge the Tamra of New Jersey? Which is which?
I think more Marge. Tamra's been this way forever.
Yeah, I know. So Marge is the Tamra of the OC. Of the New Jersey. Yeah. Marge is the Tamra of New Jersey. There, I said it right.
Watching Tamra with Jenn,
that's what I think,
is literally like watching like the Yankees play a little league team.
Say that again.
Watching Tamra go up against Jenn is like watching.
It's amateur hour.
Tamra,
maybe that's why it's coming across so bad, because she's not equipped to be able to fight back.
Exactly.
It's too much for her, and she can't process it. And like Tamra's, and it kind of bothered me when they all had a run over there when there's a fight. I kind of hate that. Like, let the people just fight. It's like, oh, I want to get on the camera in the fight. Let me see how I can interject myself. I'm over that.
We have to remember too that and this, but our listeners need to remember, Tamra like changed the game of Housewives when she said, "Have you been to Bass Lake?"
Oh yeah. That's true, because she confronted her.
When she changed the medium from being like, let's show our lives, let's show how cool we are, let's show how nice we do things, to like, let's show that we're just as big of crazy, conniving, manipulative bitches as your random cul-de-sac in Illinois plotting how they're going to get the next Beanie Babies. Okay. Like,
oh God,
you know, that's a good documentary, by the way, if you have seen it. The Beanie Baby documentary. Have you seen it?
No. Would I love
It's on HBO or Showtime. I'll send it to you. It's about 5 women in Illinois that all were like the initial first big Beanie Baby cult people, and they lived on the same cul-de-sac.
Oh, do they still have their Beanie Babies?
I do. Yes, some of them. I'm sure you do.
I put them out. I put them out for holidays.
But there's a scene in that documentary where they show a delivery truck on the highway braking, and the McDonald's toys falling out and people stopping their car on the expressway to pick them up. And all I can think about it is how you used to go and get like 10 of those a day and make your husband eat the Happy Meals.
One whole weekend we had to go to McDonald's like for breakfast and for dinner and get 10 Happy Meals in the morning and the afternoon. And then we just ate that food for like 3 or 4 days. It was horrible. Now I would document that. But then we didn't know any better. But that should have been a documentary. And it was.
But my point is that was a documentary.
It was
right?
Memorial Day weekend. I remember it was like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was bad.
That's crazy.
It was like even I was sick of the pancakes and French fries.
I mean, I'll say that the reason why I brought it up is because it is like, look, they made a documentary about that, but you had similar things going on in your life about Beanie Babies. So it's the same thing with Housewives. Like they needed to change from it just being like, oh, you know, the gated community in Orange County. Yeah, well, let's show how we also get into fights with our girlfriends. Let's show how our girlfriends lie to us too. Yes. And Tamra did that.
Did you find that the bar was a little too cliche? I'm sick of these cliche bars.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like just go to a coffee shop and with that. Do you have to go to the bar? Do you have to look like you just jumped off a horse? And I know. Emily, let me give you an FYI. If you're afraid Tamra's gonna throw you under the bus, there's a good chance she will.
And Tamra's facial expression was, okay, maybe.
Maybe I will. Even if you point blank say, please don't throw me under the bus on this.
Her reaction was literally like, maybe I will.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't trust Tamra, maybe.
Well, I think she's also being honest to Emily because she respects her. If pressed, I'm going to say, yes, Emily and I spoke about this together.
Tell me, how much pre-production do you believe there was in Tamra, Vicki, and Shannon getting together?
Tamra and Vicki were told by production, bring up this rumor that you've heard about John.
No. I mean her even being there. That Shannon, I mean, Vicki came out of nowhere. It wasn't like anybody said, oh, well, we're going to go see Vicki.
Oh, no, but she was going
to just appeared.
I know, but it was just like
she just appeared. I wish it would have been like, we're going to go see Vicki.
I think they did that I think they did the opposite of what you wanted. You wanted them to hype her up. They wanted to surprise you.
They didn't surprise me. It would have been better if she showed up somewhere. Instead, she was just sitting at a bar with 3 tequilas.
I think that's probably Vicki. That's Vicki's
and it wasn't even a good place. I mean,
I think that's Vicki's decision, maybe of why she was willing to come back, what she was willing to do, how she was willing to be portrayed. Maybe she didn't want that.
Yeah, but they kind of did her dirty on the editing.
What do you mean?
They did, because she was like, oh, and look at my boyfriend, he's so handsome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's where they do them dirty a little bit, you know?
Totally.
Yeah, totally. It's kind of like, he's not that handsome.
It's heating up. I can't wait to see what happens.
Steve Lodge was better. That's all I'm going to say.
Steve Lodge was better.
I still follow him on Instagram, and he's like got a whole new chick, and he lives in Puerto Vallarta too, full time.
That's wild.
I know. Can you imagine? It must be terrible for Vicki.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's heating up.
It's heating up.
I can't wait to see where it goes next. I
think because it's to be continued. Do you find they're doing a little bit too many to be continues?
No more than
I do a little bit. No. They're doing way more to be continued. ... Oh,
well, Vanderpump Rules was all to be continued.
Everything. Oh, Vanderpump Rules. So James Kennedy was filmed with Sandoval, and Schwartz is filming with Joe. Creepy Joe. Just want to say that. Remember Creepy Joe? She's in
You saw that?
Yeah, I saw pictures of Creepy Joe with Schwartz. Yeah.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, and Sandoval's all over the place. He's been to Lake Tahoe with them.
Yeah, but he got into a physical altercation with LVP.
I know you told me that, but I haven't seen the pictures anywhere. I'm gonna have to
just Google it. You'll see it. I can't wait to do
a deep dive. Yeah, but even James Kennedy is just filming with him fine. I guess the only people who won't film and Raquel is not filming again.
Oh, I know.
She was, and now she's off again. Oh,
yeah. She's been putting on pause mid-season by herself.
I know. Well, it's because of the dog. Is the dog her problem? I mean, I guess we'll get into the dog when we actually know. A lot of people don't know that her mother gave up the dog. Is that her fault?
Oh, wait, the mother gave up the dog.
It was the mother who brought the dog, not Rachel. The mother brought the dog to Arizona? The shelter. Not because Rachel's been in and out of her little,
But in Arizona or in LA?
I don't know where. I'm telling you, the mother, it has been reported it was the mother who brought the dog, not Rachel, because Rachel's been away and the mother had it with the dog.
Well, I think that whatever Vanderpump Dogs does to keep security and tabs on your dog, I'm going to call them and see if I can get Bell registered with them because they find out everything right away. If
don't you have her microchipped?
Yeah, of course, but not the Vanderpump way.
You need the Vanderpump microchip, that's for sure.
Totally.
All right.
We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see, what's happening.
I want to see that fourth wall is going to come down next week.
I just want to tell you, if you go off of what people are saying, you are in a league of your own about Real Housewives of New York City because everyone thinks it's the best thing. And Andy's even teasing now that he may reboot other cities.
Oh, Andy, stop. Don't ruin everything for me. I do not believe that people are loving New York. I just don't.
I think we should say the real retired geriatrics of New York City. And then we put on the old cast. The real retired geriatrics.
They could have kept on Leah. They could have kept on Leah or whatever, and it would have been more continuity. You know what it was? I believe that they reworked New York City because they wanted to get rid of Ramona, and they didn't know how to get rid of Ramona.
Probably.
I mean, that was it without Ramona. So they just had to cancel everybody because of Ramona.
Well,
did Ramona go to Legacy?
Oh, yeah. She's on the Ultimate Girls trip. That's going to be New York.
No, there's Legacy. I'm calling it New York City Legacy.
It's not Legacy. They're doing a trip away in St. Bart's. That's it.
Yeah, but it's all Legacy people.
Yeah, of course. But
it's not an Ultimate Girls
trip. Yeah, they're branding it as an Ultimate Girls trip.
Oh, New York City, though?
Yes, alumni from New York.
I'm calling it Legacy.
You can call it whatever you want.
And I just want to say that even Tamra said that Crappy Lake is the best show right now.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean,
I want to say though, I can't see one girl coming out of New York making a career out of this. I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I think that they're going
I'm right. I don't think any of them are going to be memorable. Let's see. Well, I hope I'm wrong because I love a good housewife.
If Bravo was smart, they would replace Sai, who we don't like.
Right. Okay.
And they would replace who is the other one we said we didn't really care for? Jessel with Ebony K. Williams and Leah.
Yeah, I mean,
because they're similar age demo.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying you could have kept one or two.
Angle,
yeah, I get that.
Get rid of an Indian American and a black woman, and then and replace them with two white women. They're not.
I get that. No, I get that.
But I also
New York City. It's diverse.
I would love to see
if you really wanted to represent New York City, though. Shouldn't you have a Latin in there? Think about it.
Yeah, but I don't think they looked. I don't know if they looked to cover every box. I just think they wanted diversity. That was it.
Well, I mean, a Jennifer Lopez would be far more interesting.
Get her to sign a waiver to do it.
No, I don't mean Jennifer Lopez. I mean a Jennifer Lopez. There's got to be millions of them in the city who
There's probably actually millions of people around the world named Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, I'm sure there are. But I'm saying there's got to be a lot of girls who are of Hispanic origin, who are wealthy, who are successful in New York City.
Melania?
Well,
she's not Hispanic, but she's
not Hispanic. Yeah, well, they're not bringing. You should mean Trump.
Ivanka. Yeah, we should bring Ivanka on as one of the Real Housewives.
She's in Miami.
Her and Chelsea Clinton can be the new replacements. They can come strolling in together.
Ivanka lives in Miami.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so she could do Miami.
Miami's doing great though, so they're not.
Is Miami new? Or are these old episodes? Because I saw it on last night.
They're old episodes.
I was going to say with Lisa and everything. Those are all
But they're new on Bravo.
Because they were on Peacock. Okay, because I wasn't sure.
On Bravo.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do that one because I don't think it's good to like, people already saw the Peacock ones.
Yeah. I am happy that Alexia and Marisol are actually still really friends.
They're great. And they also, they cover for Tamra and Teddy have a spinoff podcast called O Por Favor. And it's Alexia
Por Favor. And it's
Marisol.
Those two. Oh, interesting. I always felt bad for Frankie.
They talk in Spanish a lot. Like they say funny things. It's actually extremely trauma inducing for me because of living in Miami with the crazy.
Oh, that would happen. Yeah. Okay.
So anywho, well, thanks guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.